The party. God, I love this. Going live in 10, 9, 8. Hey world, it's Tobo. It's March 2nd, 2013, and welcome back to the party. I'm Tobo, and today we are going to be looking at the Insight New Year's Cup semifinal round between James and Darwin. Next week, I'm going to be doing the other semifinal round, followed by the third, fourth place match, because the actual finals have already been casted. And after that, I'm probably going to go on to casting streamed games rather than tournament games. So, that's it for that announcement, which went pretty quickly. So without further ado, let's get right into the matches. I believe James is starting at Spy. And we are off to the races. Not a whole lot happening right off the bat, just hanging out in a conversation. Looks like the ambassador decided to snuggle up to him, though. Gets a really easy free bug, totally under the radar, too. So that is fantastic. 1 of 3 missions down already. Damn good start for James. And as far as I can tell, well, now we do not need an ambassador. Thanks for nothing. Actually, red tests the seduction target, so that's interesting. Now he's going to go get a proper seduction going. A damn good one, too, green test, so that'll give him halfway done seduction, but I'm not really sure why he did that red test. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Either way, he's got about 2 minutes and 20 seconds left, and he's already got a mission and a half done, so he's sitting pretty right now. James looking good in this first round. Darwin may have some problems with this. Darwin actually seems to be really sitting on the green side of the ballroom, so sitting on this side, where James is right now, is probably the better idea, just because he's staying out of line of sight more. Well, he's gonna go do something. Oh, looks like seduction target decided to be nice, and then James is just like, nope, get out of here, you're not wanted. Which is fine. She was quite a ways away from the from James was, so seduction would have been difficult there. Red dress, what are you doing? What are you doing, red dress? You're supposed to be looking at the bookcase. What's going on? James may have got highlight, but more likely he was just, Darwin was just looking at red dress thinking WTF. Alright, so there's a chance for another flirt in, and he's almost got the full flirt done, so with a minute left, he actually hasn't been doing a whole lot. He's got a minute left to finish up his flirt and do one other mission, most likely contact. But, and remember, this was before the patch where you had to actually actively decline Toby. Looks like he's getting ready for a banana bread, though, and gets a green test on it as well. He's doing an amazing job of staying really far under the radar, and it paid off as James takes the first game. Quick 1-0. Always a good feeling when you win the first round, especially in a high pressure situation like this. Now I'm just going to skim through a little bit to see if I can find the beginning of the next game, because I'm impatient. Here we go. Next round getting started. James as sniper this time. Darwin as Brimsworth Buckswoggle, the gentleman in the top hat, with red tie as the seduction target. Red tie, the man who's standing by the green bookcase right now. That's him. And Brimsworth takes a quick trip to the bookshelves himself. Doesn't look like he's actually doing anything, and of course he can't do anything because microfilm isn't an available mission. Now Darwin is moving along. Look, he's going to try to get a quick bug off the ambassador. Nope, just going to hang out at the window. James with an early couple of highlights. And highlights a seduction target as well, so that should be another highlight. I don't know what I'm on about here. James takes a really short path. I mean, Darwin, sorry, takes a really short path, probably in order to try to get a bug in on the ambassador, who probably just leaves. So that was rather unfortunate for Darwin. He's still under the radar, though. He hasn't got much done in the way of missions, but a quick flirt in. Not a particularly good one, but I'm confident he did get that flirt. Darwin now heading the statues, but it's a side statue, so he's going to have to go there one more time if he wants to actually finish his inspects. James still with just those 3 highlights, and still hasn't highlighted Darwin. So right now, Darwin is in a good spot. He really just has to get his missions done, and standing in an empty conversation circle isn't really going to help with that. He's being looked at a bit now for some reason. I'm not really sure why. But as he comes in here, another fairly short path to get another flirt in here. A fairly decent one as well, so if that was a green, or the next one's a green, he may only need one more to finish up his flirts. Wrong-handed bug, I'm pretty sure I saw there. That was a really nice move as he goes to finish up his inspects. Finally gets highlight, but I'm not sure James is going to pick him out from this. He just needs to get his missions done, and he's in a good spot. 30 seconds. Where's he headed? Looks like he's headed for a flirt. But he's not in a particularly good situation for it. No, it was the banana bread. I'm totally wrong. And that will be the last of his missions. I don't think he's going to get shot from this. And there it goes! Darwin answers back with a quick game of his own. Hi, Warner. I see you in the chat. Hello. Hello to you too, Doofus. Anyways, yeah, so quick game, 1-1. I totally just derailed my train of thought badly by doing that. Oh well. Next game is about to get started, ladies and gentlemen. And we are off. A big theme in this tournament so far is waiting until you've safely landed in a pad in order to take control. Coming up with a quick flirt here. Doesn't get the green test, but that's fine. 2 more should get that finished up. Fairly quick flirt too. Ooh, and does a really sneaky little move there. Steps out of the conversation and back in order to get another flirt in this conversation. And that one's a green. So, it doesn't matter where he gets the next flirt from. Even if it's a bad one, he's set. Other than that, he's got 3 missions to finish up. And 2 minutes to do it in. I know it sounds tricky, but this map is a considerably larger one than Ballroom is, and it's easier to hide. Still just hanging out in this conversation, trying to be a not suspect, but it looks like a pretty juicy opportunity for Banana Bread if he decides to go for it. Doesn't look like he is, though. Looks like he's just content to hang out in this conversation and chat it up. With 1:30 to go, I highly doubt he's been highlight, but the seduction target comes in to say hi, so he finishes that up nice and quick. 3 missions to go, and only 1:15 to do it in. He's really going to have to book it. There's a really nice spotting where he can get in a bug and a banana bread really quick. But the ambassador left, so that won't be happening anymore. Finally goes for the banana bread. But rather than having a dense conversation this time, he had a lot of conversations. But the double agent decides to bail on him. So that's not good. 45 seconds left, and only 1 mission done. He's going for his inspects right now, but it's not looking good. He's really going to have to motor if he wants to get his missions done here. Got his inspects done here. He may actually try to swap this, but no, he puts it down after 2 cycles, like a normal person. Oh God, the seduction. The double agent is not being helpful. Going for the swap, he has to now. It's his only chance. Gonna see if hopefully Darwin doesn't notice, but he gets stuck on Toby and gets a bullet in the head. And that is a I just totally skipped for some reason. Yeah, that's a game for Darwin, and I'm gonna try to find where I was because skippage happened. I'll call it technical difficulties. Give me a moment. Just skim through this a bit. Alright. Found it. So, game 4 underway. Volume comes back with Darwin as purple dress with yellow danger as a seduction target. Purple dress starts out by the window, doesn't go for a time ad though. It looks like he's going to go for a quick banana bread. The seduction target's there as well, but bailed on him. Possibly a red test. I doubt it though. There's really no reason to at this point. Darwin is up a game as well. A couple of highlights early on from James, but neither of them were actually Darwin, so it's not really a huge deal for Darwin's perspective. Comes in for another flirt here. Looked for a moment like the ambassador was going to snuggle up to her, but no such luck. Gets a flirt in. 1 or 2 more will finish that up depending on what you got on the tests. And 1:45 seconds left. I wouldn't say he's on track because he hasn't really gotten a whole lot done in the time he's been going. He hasn't been highlight yet though, so that's good. It looks like he's going to go for a banana bread here, I would assume. The conversations look pretty juicy for it. James now is up to 4 highlights, and there's the banana bread. Wasn't even on screen when it happened, so he'll be feeling good about that. Darwin looking around. I think he's most suspicious of green dress right now, but I'm not 100% on that. Darwin gets highlight. Darwin finally gets highlight. And gets a couple of inspects in as well. So Darwin, with 40 seconds left, is running a little bit low on time, but should be able to get his missions done. Going in for his last flirt here right now. There's a quick talk, but I don't think James noticed it. 20 seconds. Not a whole lot of time. Here comes James. What's he gonna do? Looks like he's swapping a statue, I'd say. Four seconds. Did he do it? Did he get it done? There's overtime. And does he get shot? Yes, he does. That was barely in time, I'm pretty sure. Let's see here. The statue was swapped actually dead at 0, so wow, that's really something. He actually had to do the walk for 10 seconds there. But it was a green test when it swapped, so I'm just not thinking too clearly. I'm a little bit scatterbrained. That's okay. It was a green test. That's why he had to walk around for so long. Which was a shame, but this is really the only chance he had. We're tied right now. It's 2-2. As we're getting ready to go into the balcony set. These are always fun because balcony is such a delicate map, I'd say. So we're getting ready to go into the third set. Into the third set. Come on, Darwin. Come on, be a pal. There we go. Alright, everyone starts at the windows. Literally everybody. That's amazing. Alright, here comes James getting into conversation, getting his first flirt in fairly early on. Didn't get the green test though, which is a bit of a shame. So he's gonna have to get 2 more in order to finish up that seduction, assuming he gets good positioning on it. Now he has a drink, which is a huge shame because it was the ambassador who snuggled up to him and not the other way around. So that would have been a really nice time to get the bug in, but he had a drink in hand, so he wasn't able to do it. I'm pretty sure he's just waiting for Generalissimo to step into the conversation. But Yellow Jacket leaves, and he's going to step out himself. 50 seconds to go. Now it's going to be difficult for him to finish up his flirts in this time. And the seduction, I mean the double agent, really isn't helping there. Gets a nice bug though, even though his path was incredibly roundabout. It doesn't look like he was highlight for it though, so if he can get the banana bread off, he should be able to do it. He's going for the flirts though, he's going to go for a silent round. But he's got 20 seconds left to do it. There's not much time on the clock. Silent round is a really good way to throw off snipers, but he's got to be quick about it. And there he goes, but he gets shot for it. Darwin up 3-2. 1 game ahead. Isn't balcony awesome? Oh, I love balcony. These games are so cool. But yeah, that was actually a really nice bug. I'm impressed by that. It was certainly clean. It was one of my... I don't even know what I'm saying, so I'm just going to go to the game. Alright. Anyways. Darwin. The man in the red tie next to Generalissimo there. With Yellow Jacket as his seduction target. Well, goes in for a quick seduce, but gets shut down. So that's not going to happen, sadly. Avoids the early highlight and doesn't actually snuggle up to his seduction target. That surprises me a little bit. So it's going to make his first flirt here a lot less powerful, I suppose. Gets highlight for it, though. Probably the fast talk, which is not good for him. Early highlights are deadly, especially in balcony, and he even gets a white test, so that's a problem. Man, James is laser burning him. He's gonna look at he's gonna be looking at Darwin pretty hard right now. I think his it looks like Darwin is actually going for a briefcase return here. It was a fairly nice one at that, so that should take some of the suspicion off. You don't often see briefcase returns on balcony, but likely just got another seduce. But I'm not sure if he'll be able to finish that up. Actually, the seduction director decides to be nice and snuggle up close. Here's Darwin with his last flirt, but doesn't quite get it off before the shot comes out. It's 3-all. And you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. Now, as we learned last week, Darwin has a knack for epic scenarios, I would say. Yeah, for those who didn't see last week, it's a best of 6 format, and the final scoreline after last week was 6-8, which is insane. So hopefully Darwin will once again be able to deliver tonight as they go back to ballroom, I believe, for the rest of the games played this evening. Certainly this set's going to be played on ballroom. I'm assuming the rest as well. Going for the standard, I guess I'd call it the I guess I would call it the standard lineup for ballroom, with no swap and no transfer. I've said it before, but this is going to be the easiest scenario for both the spy and the sniper, as Darwin has some AI troubles, I guess I'd call it, at the start. What are you doing, AI? And Darwin's just like, no, I want to land in this pad. Stop screwing with me, AI. But yeah, he finally takes a quick step up to get his first flirt in. A green flirt, too, so that should help. But, oh god, he's standing in with the double agent, but there's so few people in conversation, he can't risk pathing issues. I don't think it was really spotted, though, the pathing problems. Gets another flirt in. Actually gets the double green test on the flirt, so that's done already with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left still on the clock. And this is a chance where he might actually be able to do the signal. There are enough people in conversation to warrant it, but he doesn't look like he's going for it yet. Maybe he's waiting for a few more. I don't know. There are 4 people out of conversation right now, so that's quite a good number of lowlights. It looks like he wants to do it. It really does. It looks like he wants to contact because of how long he's hanging out in this conversation. I really think he's just waiting for a good opportunity to do it. But there are still just so many people who do not want to talk to people. Too many antisocials to make this banana bread viable. And his conversation's starting to thin out as well, but Blue Dress decides to buff it up a little bit. Nope, he's just grabbing that, so never mind. Finally goes for the banana bread just as the double agent bails. That's such a shame. And terrible pathing issues. I feel so bad for you, James. Decides to go for the inspect. Gets 2 done right there. But he's only got a minute left and 2 more missions to do. He's got one inspect and 1 other mission. Bright side is both the other missions are fast. You gotta get that banana bread in, man. You gotta get it in. Gets the bug, actually. Was it seen? Did he spot the bug? Yes, he did. Darwin's up to 4. James is in a bit of a tight spot here. 1 game away from defeat. So, Another round on Ballroom coming up. Darwin playing as Blue Dress with Yellow Jacket as his seduction target. So, starting the game in the usual fashion, hanging out in the conversation, looking inconspicuous. Now, it's possible that that's the real double agent and he'll be able to get a banana bread, but there are so few people in conversation, it's just not viable. He looks like he's waiting for it. His conversation is actually filling out quite a bit, but still, I don't know if there are enough people in conversation to warrant doing the banana bread here. That is, of course, assuming that's the real double agent. If not, I'm actually looking at the wrong person. For some reason, I'm looking at Green Dress. Blue Dress has actually already moved on and is chatting with Yellow Danger. Still just hanging out, looking conspicuous. Nothing serious going on. At least I don't think I missed him doing anything awesome, but I'm just going to go ahead and assume he didn't. 4 highlights for James right now. Nice thing for Darwin is he still hasn't been highlighted himself, so he's got a bit of breathing room. But he was actually able to get that seduce in, so that's going to be nice. He's got 1 minute and 40 left, and he hasn't really been doing a whole lot. Seems like the spies have been doing a lot of that in this tournament, spending the first third of the match just trying to be inconspicuous before he gets his stuff done. Really quick banana bread as he enters the conversation and immediately takes the hit for it. It was a white test, but I guess James saw the quick walk and the quick talk, and since it was a white banana bread, decided to just take the shot. It worked for him. It's 4-4. We're going into another set, which makes me happy. But, yeah, I'm really impressed with that shot. It seemed like a little bit risky, but it worked out for him, so who am I to judge? I'm just here because the games are awesome. Going into another set here on Ballroom. And I'm thirsty. Much better. Alright. Going into the games. Once again, not taking control until he's safely landed, it looks like. Actually winds up landed in a conversation with a seduction target. So that's handy. Not the greatest seduce, but certainly a workable one. And really right now is just time for him, it looks like, to take a deep breath, figure out his game plan, and get ready to go do it. Still just hanging out in this conversation, looking inconspicuous, getting his wits about him. Most of his, actually all of the significant NPCs, other than the ambassador, are just not in conversation, so he doesn't really want to go do anything rash. Seduction target decides to walk back into the conversation again, and he gets another free flirt off of it. He's about half done. So one nice green flirt should get him finished up with that. He's got 1 minute and 15 to go. No mission's done yet, but that's alright. He's got time. He only has to do 3. And still just trying to avert suspicion. I seem to be saying this a lot. Actually goes for the flirt here at the window. Not a particularly close flirt, but certainly enough to get him down to a position where he just needs one more to finish up that mission. A minute and 45 to go, and still hasn't actually completed anything, but he's got most of his flirt done. So finishing up that now should be fast, as long as the seduction target's not a jerk. And in this game, you can never be too sure. So he goes and knocks the seduction off first thing. Now, I don't think he's been highlight yet, which is nice for him. I haven't seen the laser hover over him yet. But he's got a minute and 15 seconds and 2 missions to go. Inspects are a bit of a long one, and the bug is a bit of a risky one, so if he wants to get the inspects, he's gonna have to move, and it doesn't look like he is, so he's running a little bit low on time. Looks like he's going for the banana bread, which is actually a decently inconspicuous banana bread because he was alone in the conversation with the double agent. Had the double agent not bailed on him, double agent, don't do that. You're making it hard for James to get this done. 30 seconds left, 2 missions to go. He's really gonna have to play this fast. Not going for the bug there like I thought he would. Actually goes for the time ad, which is dangerous. It was white, so actually with such low time, a white time ad doesn't really make that much of a difference because you can actually hear the ticking slowing down. Come on, man, you gotta move. You got the test in. I mean, you got the time ad in. You really gotta capitalize on this. Gets the white test, but the double agent is just being so not helpful. I don't think there's really anything James can do to get this done. Even mislands on the at the painting there. He did get the bug though, so if he can get this quick contact in, he might be able to do it. But it's a red test. Oh god, it's a red test. What happened? He coughs, but he's not dead. How is he not dead? Oh my god, James, you're gonna do this. Oh my god, he's alive. Ladies and gentlemen, James is up 5-4. That was awesome. I have nothing to say other than that was awesome. He ran out of time because the double agent would not stand still to get contacted. Had to time ad right in front of the laser, and apparently got low-lit for the time ad because he left so fast. Wow, yeah, got low-lit for the time ad. Then red tested the banana bread, so he coughed. Which actually made Darwin panic into taking a shot, but he didn't see the cough because James, I'm sorry, was low-lit. I love Spy Party. This game is amazing. As we're getting ready to go into what could be the last round here, Red Flannel Jacket is the spy with Yellow Danger as the seduction target. Our good friend Darwin starts out at the bookcase, which is fine because he's not microfilming, so that won't be suspicious. Actually takes a book out, so it's a fairly inconspicuous start, even if he did walk it across the entire map for no apparent reason. Now he's going to walk it back. Actually didn't walk it back, walked it to the painting, and he still has that book. I wonder what he's doing with it. Probably hoping to find a low light from it, but actually got highlight. Well, that didn't work, did it? Oh boy, he's going to put his book back now that he thinks he's low lit and he's not. Pathing issues there, but I'm not sure James was looking at it, so that's alright. Book's away. And after some more pathing issues, looks like he's going to head for a quick flirt. He got it in, but Seduction Target didn't seem too happy about it. He still hasn't been Highlight. Actually, he's been Normal It now, which is nice. I wasn't really paying attention enough to tell you when that happened, but it did. He's gotten a flirt in, but I think that's all. With 45 seconds left, he's got to start doing things. Look, he's going to get another flirt. Not a particularly good one, but that's alright. He's still got time. And James has got 4 highlights now that he's highlight mob dress for the statue in the back there. As oh, I thought Darwin was going to go doing some inspects, but he's actually just hanging out in an empty conversation. You're running out of time, man. I don't think that's a middle statue. You're running out of time, man. You did a flirt, and that's about it. You've been highlight again. And Darwin really doesn't have a whole lot of time here. Oh my god, Darwin has been having such bad pathing issues in this game. I think James may have caught a glimpse of that too because he's looking at him pretty closely. It seems that may just be me projecting. I don't know. But it looks like he's a high suspect. Going in for another flirt, but 30 seconds left. He really just doesn't have time. He's really going to have to book it if he wants to get these missions done. And he's not. Looks like he's just hanging out, waiting. Gets the banana bread. It was a white test, and it got him shot! James finishes up, takes it home, 6-4. Overtime's fun. Overtime's always a lot of fun. I enjoy these games. But that's it for today. Next week, I'll be back here again, same time, same place, same channel, you know the drill. I will be casting the other semifinal round, and then after that, I'm going to be casting the 3rd, 4th place match. And then, once I'm done with that, because the actual finals has already been casted, I was saying this at the beginning as well, I'm probably going to go into casting streams, rather than actual tournament matches, because I can find them, and there's lots of them. So, I'll find fun games for you guys. Until then, it's late. I'm going to drink some hot chocolate and then probably go to bed. So until next time, this is Taboshi, signing off.